go ahead and tell you right now, Boudreaux's a much better shot than I am. He can stalk better than I can. He can track better than I can. He can skin better than I can. But he cannot reload as fast as I can. What this show will bring us is something new. The world's most exciting hunts with a glimpse into the world of responsible environmentalism. Welcome back. Here we are in Gemsbok. We have a baboon here in the solar panel complex. I would like to see every house in America with a solar panel. I'm Tom Mulliken, the Sportsman Environmentalist. People often ask me why I'm so passionate about protection of our environment and natural resources. Well, I'm passionate for the same reason you are. I've spent my life since I was a young boy with my father out hunting and fishing in the Carolinas, like so many of you. Long before us, people across America have conserved and have been great with nature conservation and about game management. The issues we'll discuss on our show will not just be about how we take the most beautiful bull, but it'll be also what are those issues that we will leave for our children and our grandchildren.
He is an environmental attorney who has worked with top-ranking government officials, has addressed global ecological issues around the world, is a practicing black belt, former Army JAG with Special Ops, and has hunted dangerous game across the globe. Tom Mulliken, the Sportsman Environmentalist, is now going to teach us how to protect the environment while enjoying the outdoors.
I'm Tom Mulliken, the Sportsman Environmentalist. People often ask me why I'm so passionate about protection of our environment and natural resources. Well, I'm passionate for the same reason you are. I've spent my life since I was a young boy with my father out hunting and fishing in the Carolinas, like so many of you. Long before us, people across America have conserved and have been great with nature conservation and about game management. The issues we'll discuss on our show will not just be about how we take the most beautiful bull, but it'll be also what are those issues that we will leave for our children and our grandchildren. In this episode, we're going to travel to Namibia, Africa, on safari for the most famous of the celebrated sub-Saharan plains game. We are first going to hunt the Oryx, also known as the Gemsbok, which sports a distinctive black and white painted face and long, straight horns so sharp they have been known to gore attacking lions. Our second hunt is going to be the stout and resilient blue wildebeest, and we will finish with one of the most recognizable animals in all of Africa, the greater Kudu, with its majestic spiral horns. For me, traveling to Africa isn't just about the hunts, it's about the environment and the beautiful setting. And Namibia delivers in a big way. But at the same time, Namibia and sub-Saharan Africa is one of the most fragile ecosystems in the world. Just a small increase in temperature over here can lead to a devastating drought. Even here in Namibia, you realize the environmental issues are the same as in other places in the world. More than ever, we are living in a global environment. This became particularly apparent to me in 2005 when I led a team of researchers to Antarctica to take a first-hand look at the issue known as global climate change. There we witnessed the massive and rapid disintegration of Larsen's ice shelf, the size of the state of Rhode Island, and our team saw firsthand the global nature of environmental issues. For global climate change, the United States cannot solve this problem on our own. Air pollution, for example, does not recognize state or national boundaries.
And I think that our challenge going into this next generation of environmental debate is going to be bringing all the parties to the table and imposing in a real deliberate fashion better environmental standards and not looking for that hasty, quick political solution.
The legacy that we leave for our families depends on thoughtful consideration of our global environment and natural resources. What this show will bring us is something new. The world's most exciting hunts with a glimpse into the world of responsible environmentalism. During our African safari today, we're going to take a look at a couple of opportunities for responsible environmentalism, proper game management, and renewable solar energy. Solar energy, like recycling, is one of the ways that we can use technology to address some challenging environmental issues, including global climate change. Now sit back, lock and load, and let's find the game. Man, you ain't hit that box yet, you hit the dirt every time. Welcome to our African safari here in Namibia, Africa. It used to be Southwest Africa, a German colony. It's a peaceful transition in the early 90s, and here we are on the Gemsbok ranch. This is typical for Namibian ranches. You see we're standing in a dried riverbed, checking tracks, and just over my right shoulder you can see where the grass has been bedded down. We jumped kudus as we came here in the riverbed to sight in our rifles. Pleased to have along two internationally renowned professional hunters.
My name is Fred Besaidnot. I'm a professional hunter, big game hunter in Namibia. I started my hunting career in Zimbabwe back in 1978. I qualified there in 1980. So I've been hunting now for about 27 years. I came to Namibia in 1986 and have been here ever since. Hunted South Africa extensively, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and now Namibia.
And Randy Sexton, alligator guy down in Louisiana.
I don't get excited on the outside. I bruise on the inside, like a karate man. Fred was kind of questioning his bullets.
Yeah,
his bullets.
I don't know.
And the bullets did well. We killed a box earlier.
I'm the Sportsman Environmentalist, and here's what's coming up. Hi, I'm Tom Mullican, Sportsman Environmentalist. Welcome back to Namibia, Africa, and welcome back to a Plains game hunt with my good friends Randy Sexton and Fred Besaidnot. Come up on a injured Oryx, fairly large bull. Definitely be taken by predators. We're not able to take him down sooner. Got him lined up. Good shot, Boudreaux. Mercy killing. He's a good bull. A very good bull, heavy base. Appeared to be injured. Would have definitely been taken down by a predator. Yeah.
Is that a snail on the foot?
Yeah.
Is that a snail
Yeah.
on the foot?
This is why we have game management in Namibia. Poachers had put a snare or a trap out and had broken the last. You could see he was running. This is why we need proper game management. This is precisely why these professional hunters like Fred make a difference in Africa. This animal was left to be taken by predators. Clearly was unable to move. It's a very nice bull. It's a shame that it's sad to live its last days with a broken leg due to irresponsible poaching activities. This is very poignant. This is a very telling moment for why we need game management in Namibia. I've never seen this. I've hunted over here for 15 years. I knew this happened, but I've never seen it.
It's been my first bull here in Africa. I mean, it's 11 o'clock during the day. We've got a lot more hunting to do. This bull right here, we did see him in the river bottom, and he was limping bad. The the guide suggested that we take him out because he was wounded, and we did take him out, and he had a snare. Had been by the poachers that had tried to snare him, almost severed his back foot off. It's completely broken. It's just barely hanging on, but he's in good enough shape to where they can still use him for meat and whatever at the camp.
And this is the Sportsman Environmentalist. Stay tuned because we have more good stuff coming. Welcome back to Sportsman Environmentalist. Here we are in the Namib Desert, having just gotten off of camels, and our friends are now crossing the desert under this immense blanket of solar energy. Fred, we've talked a lot about a healthy environment and proper game management since we arrived here in Namibia, Africa. I understand back in the 1980s, you really had a terrible problem with game management. Trout, through the heavy drought and through poaching, numbers of species were down, and at that time, legislation was proposed to create wildlife management areas or units.
It was more like sanctuaries, and they came up with the idea that the more commercial farmers that changed to game farming, the better it would be for our animals. In actual fact, the game has become so much in Namibia that they actually were able now to export large numbers of game throughout up to Zimbabwe, to South Africa. Game is being exported prolifically, and wildlife has increased, picked up. We've introduced a lot of exotic species from other countries because we can manage them. The government has actually introduced into these commercial farms now certain criteria, whereas people don't become custodians of the black rhino. It does not belong to them, they're merely custodians, and it's got to the point now where the black rhino is able to be hunted again. I mean, it's incredible to think that we've gone that far. The black rhino can be hunted once again. The poachers have decreased because of management. We patrol these fences on a daily basis. There are the occasions with a couple of snares, but the poachers who used to be able to just walk through and do what they want, but now this is pretty much like having a large residential area, except it's instead of 1 hectare we have 10,000 hectares.
Well, it seems to me that Namibia is really coming together when you see the different communities of people, the traditional environmentalists and the sportsmen and various segments of the community and stakeholders coming together to find opportunities to drive the economy and protect the environment and game manage.
It's funny, we're not seeing more animals in here than that.
Great shot, 250 yards through the trees. Fred's out front. There's some concern that if he's still alive, it's a very large bull. This bull had stayed around a long time for being smart.
Just shoot him if he gets up.
Yeah. Fred's told him if he gets up, shoot him to keep him from running off.
His head is leaning over. I think he's dead.
My Lord, that's a huge animal. Yeah. That is a huge animal. Wow. Looks more like a Cape buffalo than it does a wildebeest.
Lung shot, like you said.
Beautiful animal. Beautiful.
The word blue comes from when you get them in the sun and they're clean.
Yeah.
They've got like an iridescent sort of sheen to them.
Yeah.
With this black stripe in them when they're clean. Make
Yeah.
a beautiful rug.
Yeah.
Got that. And look at the size of his mane.
That may be twice as big as any I've ever seen.
Down in the States, we're used to shooting an animal right behind the shoulder, and said the ideal place to shoot these animals here is right dead in the shoulder. And I guess by habit, I shot him right where we try to shoot our animals, right, a lung shot, right behind the line of the front shoulder. And just luckily that we found him. He didn't run too far, maybe 100 and 150 yards, something like that.
Coming to you from Namibia, Africa, this is the Sportsman Environmentalist with my good friend and hunting partner, Randy Sexton, aka Boudreaux. Just dropped another very large squirrel away from the bayou. We'll be right back. Beautiful day here in Namibia, Africa, as we stand under this vast amount of uncaptured solar energy. Solar energy could be a huge opportunity for those in North America who choose to convert their residential and industrial usages to solar energy. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, Boudreaux's a much better shot than I am. He can stalk better than I can. He can track better than I can. He can skin better than I can. But he cannot reload as fast as I can. Being out here under this beating African sun makes you wonder why we can't do a better job of capturing the solar energy associated with the sun. What a tremendous opportunity for a developing country like Namibia to avoid having the costs associated with running lines and participate with a broader electric grid, to participate in a renewable fuel like solar energy.
In Namibia, most of the farmers now are changing to solar panels because of our abundance of sun here. And you can see we have, some people have them on a swivel position, but these are actually fixed facing north, so we get the east to west sun going across here. On a winter's day we'll get to 6 to 7 hours of sun on their panels, and on a summer's day we can get about 12 hours of sun. And in an hour, these pumps here, depends on your depth of the pump, will pump around about 300 to 400 liters an hour of water, which for game farming is a lot. You're looking at about 4,000 liters a day, and for game that's quite adequate. And it's one of the most efficient ways and fuel efficient ways, energy ways of producing water for the farm. So this is one of the ways of, instead of polluting, we actually utilizing the environment, our energy from up there to give us water.
Here we are out here in the middle of the bush in Namibia, Africa, and you see that Fred has now described solar energy panels being used to supply energy to pull the water up for their animal management. And one has to ask him or herself that if we can apply this technology out here, that many people would say out in the middle of nowhere, why are we not applying this technology across the United States to reduce reliance on fossil fuel and fossil fuel generated electricity? Why are we not taking more advantage of solar energy? It's so vast, and now the technology is available. You look at what they've done here in Namibia, where the UN Development Fund has come in, and through one solar energy program has reduced carbon emissions over 15 years by 692,000 tons of carbon. Now this is a lot. That's a huge reduction for one small program. Imagine what we could do in the United States if we were to implement solar energy on a wider basis. I'm the Sportsman Environmentalist, and here's what's coming up. Welcome back. Here we are in Gemsbok. We have a baboon here in the solar panel complex. We just spotted a very good male kudu. Appear to be in the 50 to 52 inch range, horn, very representative adult mature bull. We're moving through the riverbed now. We're gonna find tracks. Hopefully we'll get a good stalk and a shot. Fred has just scoped out a beautiful, large, mature bull kudu. There's three of them. Three of them. Okay, 3 kudus. One of the white ones is the one we're looking for.
seal. About a yard from the big tree. Okay. We have to go this way into the riverbed. Hardy, how far is this? It's a frontal shot, about 150 yards. 150 yards. It's a frontal shot. Hardy, I see him now. We are 20 yards from a dried riverbed now. Approaching the riverbed. And it appears that this animal is about 200 yards from where we are now. Just to the right of the tree. Okay. I see it. I've got it. Fred has picked out another great animal.
It's been a great day. We got a good shot on a very large bull kudu. Tracking for the last 3 hours. We're coming up. We've heard something just over beyond the tree, and we're getting close.
Fred has told us to keep our head down. We've been tracking this thing. It's got our wind most of the afternoon. Every time it gets our wind, but it's raining downwind, but now it's rained a bit better. It appears that it's getting close. And that we may actually have it. There it is. Wow, what a shot. That guy can really hunt.
Clearly my first shot was low, top of the shoulder. These African game are obviously very, very tough animals. We tracked this animal for 3.5 hours after that shot, and just pleased we're able to find it and put it down. Naturally, I would have loved to have had a better shot, but the animal's in, successful hunt, and we're moving on. Looks to be on the order of 52 to 54 inches. Which is a very good representative kudu, and pleased with the end. It's a long day.
We hope you enjoyed our safari from Namibia, one of the most beautiful environments in the whole world. That's what this show is about, hunting the most exciting game in the most beautiful places while learning how we can protect these great opportunities for generations to come. Today we talked about the important role of game management in helping to protect and grow game populations. We also talked about the amazing potential of renewable solar energy. We should be doing everything in our power to promote the use of solar energy, such as tax incentives and credits for installation. I would like to see every house in America with a solar panel, reducing the burden on our grid and allowing us to avoid buying fuels from areas of the world that use those same funds against our great nation. Promotion of green technology is a way for us to combat challenging environmental issues such as global climate change, in a meaningful and productive way. Just as any good duck hunter would tell you, if you want to shoot ducks, you better go where the ducks are. And the same is true for slowing air pollution and greenhouse gases. If you want to stop it, you better go where the real problem is. We need total accountability and meaningful global solutions, not slick election year politics. Another successful hunt completed here in Namibia, Africa. Great hunt, great stalks, good shooting, great tracking, and a great environment to enjoy our outdoors. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm the Sportsman Environmentalist saying stay tuned for the next great adventure.